What is up everyone, Cattigan619 here and welcome to a new Let's Play right here on the channel, and it is of course Quackshot on the Sega Megadrive. And this game, I consider this quite a classic on the Sega Megadrive. I loved playing this as a kid even though I could never clear it back then. I think in my later age then I started getting the gist of what to do, and I cleared it like a handful of times. It's one of them games where once you know what to do, you can clear it any time. And yeah, so this game was out in 1991, 27 years. The same as a certain Blue Hedgehog who celebrated his 27th anniversary yesterday, as of this recording, of course. But I do think this game is a tad bit older than Sonic. I think this only by a couple of months, but I could be wrong. But anyway, without dilly-dally, let's get right on to it. One day, Donald came across an old book in Uncle Scrooge's study. Yep, while he's having a kip, and this is the only time we see Scrooge in this game, sadly. The title of the book was King Garuzia's Great Duck Treasure. I think I pronounced that right. King Garuzia's? I don't know. Never mind. So this game to me is essentially DuckTales, but with Donald instead of Scrooge. And I do think that this was originally going to be a DuckTales game, going by the plot, and even when you kind of look at the title fonts as well, it's the same as the one used in DuckTales and Indiana Jones as well. Which actually is another thing I like about this game, that there is actually quite a few nods to the Indiana Jones movies, as you see in later on. Like here, even with Donald's getup, he's dressed up as Indiana Jones. Now, it's been ages since I watched Indiana Jones movies, so some references may just fly across my head, but I do know one, and that's in the last level, but we will see that once we get to it, if we can. We will, of course, yeah. I kind of know this game like the back of my hand at times. So, yeah, and the main villain of this is Pete, who was pretty much the go-to bad guy in most Disney games involving Mickey Mouse and such. So, yeah, that is pretty much the plot. Yeah, again, pretty much like a DuckTales plot. So, here we have the map where we have 3 locations, and we are going to start off with good old Duckburg. And I don't know how these 3 little bastards could fly that plane. You think it would be Launchpad McQuack. But this is Quackshot, pretty much a run and gun platformer where your main weapon is a plunger gun, which doesn't kill enemies, but it does stun them for a good amount of time to, go by them. But you do get weapons that do kill enemies off screen, so we will be seeing them later on. So yeah, so what I'm doing here, there's actually these little peppers you can pick up, and pretty much Don just goes into a frenzy and you're pretty much invincible. Oh, you motherfucker. Take that. Get back in that bin. So get back. Anyone else? No. Oh, you dirty bastard. And yeah, that is pretty much Duckburg done for now anyway. We place the flag there for our checkpoint. So when we go back to Duckburg, you can just start off with that checkpoint, because at the beginning there is a fair amount of backtracking between Duckburg and the next area, which is Mexico. And just another thing I want to point out, I'm actually recording this off a new converter I got off Amazon, a RGB to HDMI converter. And man, it just looks so good. The AV to HDMI converter that I have, it does its job as well, but while I was kind of, off recording for a while, June has been pretty much a busy month for me, so sorry, Leo, for being, lacking thereof content. And he is stunned for some reason. I didn't even shoot him. But yeah, I was just going over how I can improve my quality of recording, so I decided to go with a new converter. And man, I've been testing this out with a lot of my consoles, and the Sega Megadrive, just the quality is the best on this. It nearly feels like I'm playing this on an emulator, which I'm not, of course. I'm playing this on my original Sega Megadrive with the original cartridge in it. And yeah, I'm just really satisfied with it, because I went through 2 other RGB converters, and they just didn't work out on my capture card. One of them, like, it came out good on my TV, but in my recordings, it started, like, the audio was, like, really low pitched. It was like if I was recording off the Sega Genesis flashback, you know, that kind of 80-in-1 console, which supposedly has, like, you know, very bad audio problems. And the second one I got just had no audio going through it for some reason. But eventually, you know, third time's the charm, I got one that, you know, worked perfectly. And, you know, I did return the other ones and I did get my refund, so, you know, I didn't lose much money anyway. And yeah, so it just looks so good. And I think I picked a really good game to, you know, be the first game to record this on, because this is such a colourful game. I did test on my other consoles, like my Super Nintendo, my N64, PS2 and such. And they came out okay. I think the AV to HDMI converter came out better for most of them. Because when I tried on the SNES, you know, it just came out too bright. And I'm thinking now, I could be wrong thinking this. I think it's because the RGB lead that I have is not an official Nintendo one. So maybe eventually I will get an official Nintendo RGB SCART cable and, you know, test it out and see if I'm right in that statement. So we will head back to Duckburg for a second time, because we actually have to talk to this lad here. We get the hero key off him. And back to Mexico we go again. For the final time now. And sorry if you hear a noise in the back, you know, even though I live in a quiet enough town, the road seems to be kind of busy, like, you know, I think you can hear a motorbike going there. Now that's the one thing I don't like recording at times, when there's so much noise outside. You know, I kind of like to keep it as quiet as I can. Yep, there he goes. So we will use this key on the door here. And in we go. Our first tomb. And that's another thing that's pretty cool. The little slide you can do. It's very quick. Very good for speedrunning. And I jumped there now, I don't know. So, whoa. Ah, damn it. Fuck it. Speed boost it. Oh, we got the chicken. Give me that chicken. No, you never know. That could be a cooked duck. Don could be a freaking cannibal. But that was the thing with old games back then. Some of them had like chicken as, you know, the full health. You know, you're talking like Castlevania, Streets of Rage. What other games? This game anyway. And even, you know, if you remember Tekken Force Mode in Tekken 3, the health was chicken. I don't know who brought that up. There was a YouTuber I was watching and he brought it up and it just reminded me of it. As we've got to watch out for the fire. Jump over them spikes. Lovely. Get that sweet money. And I do think the money as well, you know, gives you points. And I do think if you get 100,000 points, you get an extra life. And oh, what's up here? Oh, there we go. Oh, popcorn ammo, and that is pretty much, you know, the weapon you can actually kill enemies, and it's pretty much like a spread shot. So I kind of like to save the ammo for that for certain bosses in the game. You know, I don't like to kind of waste the ammo. And actually, in this tomb here, we will actually be getting a upgrade for the plunger gun. As Donald, get up there. Oh, damn it. Right, we got it. There we go. Right, we should get up there now. He was just off by an inch. Stun that and go through him. And just mosey on through. I think we're actually near the end of this tomb. It's actually very short. You know, pretty much this game in general is kind of short, especially when you know what to do, of course. So jump up. Oh, we gotta time this right now. Right, there we go. Hopefully now. There we go. Right, wait for these fires. I think, yeah, they jump up. Jump over them. And... oh, it's yourself. Goofy, what are you doing here? Yeah, Donald, exactly. What are you doing here? So we begin the strange note, which back then I never knew what that was used for, but eventually, you know, it came to be what we had to do with it. I think I even had to look it up at one point, because even back then, you know, playing that, we didn't really have internet in the house, you know, back then. So I never knew what to do when it came to the level to use that strange note that was given to us. And yeah, so that is this tomb done. And I do think that, you know, them green blocks won't be giving us any bother, you know, backtracking. So yeah, they're all gone, and you can just get through here safely. Mosey on through. Oh, still the fire, and oh, me arse. Goddamn spikes. Let's go on up the ladder. Oh wait, sorry, I feel the burp coming. Oh, there it goes. Sorry about that now. As you. Plunger to the face, suffocating him. And him. Yeah, so we got this red plunger gun, which what it does is when you shoot it against the wall, you can bounce off it for like limited time, because they do start disappearing for a short time. So let's get on through here, out of here, and we will head back to Duckburg for a third and final time, because I believe someone is looking for us. Who was it actually? I forget the name. So head onto the plane and back to Duckburg for the third and final time. So I think this is really the only time you do a bit of backtracking. I think you do it only a little bit near the end. So we're in a new area here. So, like so, this is what we do with the red plunger. And like, it's no different from the yellow plunger in any way really, because it still stuns enemies. Oh, you got a bag there. What have you got? Chicken. Lovely. Or cooked duck. I don't know which. Go up that building. And it's just so handy, especially with this area. Oh, boom. What do you got? Popcorn ammo. I will take that. Oh, son of a bitch. Damn speaker. As we head on to the next area, which is this zipline segment. And this is very quick. You just gotta be careful on when you have to jump to go on the next zipline. Which it does give you an indication anyway, with the electricity going there. So we jump on this next one. Oh, there was one there that I nearly forgot about. Grab that sweet money. And so we'll be getting our third weapon from this area now. And it's a weapon that, you know, I rarely use. But, like, it's mostly used in the next level coming up. As, yeah, would you please try out my newest invention? Sure, why not? The bubblegum ammo. Makes exploding bubbles. Give you more ammo. Yeah, so you can actually go back to him, like, if you're running out of ammo. But to me, it's really no need, because you rarely use it. Like, you know, most of the time, the plunger gun is what I mainly use most. Like, and then when it comes to certain bosses, I use the popcorn ammo. So that is that. We get through here safely, no electricity bothering us. And let's get out of here. Bouncy, bouncy. And oh, popcorn ammo. And of course you have to show your face here, Mickey, to some extent. Actually, speaking of the game that I'm recording this off, actually the cartridge, it's actually a 2-in-1, which has Quackshot and Castle of Illusion, which is another good Sega game as well. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm recording off, my old console with my old cartridge that I had from my childhood. Yeah, it's still going well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Duckburg in Mexico. And we're going to leave it at this part, and in the next part we will move on with the next level. So see you then.